All right, we are back with another Diablo Immortal Demon Hunter build for you, and this one is all about the raid build. This one is going to do a ton of damage for single target damage, which is, again, perfect for raids. You can, of course, change it minutely here and there to optimize rather for either dungeons or raids. This one is very much tailored to raids. All right, so we'll see how much damage we do. We'll do a 30 seconds of damage on the dummy, and then we'll see how that goes. Here we go. So the biggest thing here is Strafe is our main damage dealer, and then after Strafe runs out, I'm gonna let it get back a little bit more damage, wait for my next cooldown, and then we'll just go ahead and spin a win with Strafe. You can see that it's doing a great deal of damage, which is fantastic. And then you want to make sure that you're keeping some distance as much as possible, because that is another big part of this build with the Paragon tree, which we'll show you in just a second. So lots and lots of damage there, and pause. So 2.4 damage per second, 73 million damage, give or take. You can optimize it here and there, like I said, to be better for your build. Your damage could be higher, could be lower. Everyone's builds are dramatically different. So the build is as follows. I'm using Raptor's Beak, which is one of the newer essences, which increases multi-shots damage by 19% for 3 seconds. But because of all of our beneficial effect duration, you basically have that up 100% of the time. We are using Duplicious Prophecies, which is going to knockback shot now causes your primary attacks to also fire a blast of wind that knocks enemies away. We're going to put an asterisk on this one, and then we'll come back to it. The shoulders, I'm using Hailfire, which is multi-shot now, also launches 2 homing rockets that deal additional damage. Rumorous Path, which is increasing all damage you deal by 11.4% and your evasion rating by 11.4% during Vengeance, which is of course part of the build. Unrelenting Furor, which is strafe duration increased by 39%. Pain Sour, which is the main part of it because you're just spinning to win for the main part of this build. Strafe now fires your primary attacks and focuses in the nearest enemy. Strafe damage increased by 18%. You definitely need this. Fang Splitter is the other main hand number 2. So multi-shot now empowers your primary attack, which is going to be the main theme of this build, is that everything should be buffing your primary attack. And then last but not least, we're using the Theory of Retribution, which is going to be giving us Crossbow Shot now deals 17 additional damage whenever it hits the same enemy 3 times, which of course you're going to be doing. Set gear, I'm rocking 4-piece Vithu's Urges, and then I'm actually rocking a 4-piece Seas of the Sown, which is going to be continually channeling a skill against the same enemy, gradually increases the damage of that skill up to a maximum of 30%. And then after you stop channeling a skill, enemies hit by it take an additional explosion of damage for 30% of the damage dealt to them by that channeled skill. Ton of damage, lots of explosive damage there. And of course, we're focusing on one target the whole time, which is why that's so good compared to, like, let's say, a Banquet of the Eyes. Paragon, I'm using Slinger with Unseen Dynamism. I don't know how to say that one. But whoops. Oh gosh. Click off that. And then I'm rocking Gifted, Uncanny, Careful Aim, and Sharpened Eye. And then I am using the legendary skill Lightning Rod, because as long as you do, you hit the enemy 10 times within 3 seconds, you get a little bit more damage to it. None of them really matter outside of that one. This one's more for PvP for the shield. And then this one, well, it just pushes them away. So it's kind of meh. So that's the only one that gives you a little bit incremental damage. If you need this more survivability, then obviously go with Benefactor rather, but considering it's raids, unless you're pushing really high-end content and you haven't cleared it for the first time, you can go with Benefactor. But then after that, I would recommend going to the Rod, the Lightning of the Rod. And yeah, this one is pretty straightforward. Now, I did put an asterisk on the chest piece. There is a chest piece that I'm missing that would actually make this one even better, and that's going to be this one right here, Sinful Vigor, which is primary attacks restore 1.5% of Strafe's energy, and the consumption of Strafe is also reduced by 3.6%. This one is very, 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 very good. So in the event you have this one, there is a few changes I would make. So you obviously are going to remove this one. You're also then going to remove your shoulders to the new shoulder piece, which is right here, which is Daring Swing now empowers your primary attacks to fire a binding rope that ricochets between enemies and immobilizes them. The most important part here is that it empowers your primary attacks. Okay, so and then with that, you're going to then switch obviously away from knockback shot and go to your Daring Swing, so that way everything is still bolstering your primary attacks, but you're getting a lot more out of Strafe because it will be consumed at a slower pace. You can still use the Vengeance one if you want, but there is another one. I won't say it's better. It's just it's a choice. You know, everything about the Demon Hunter is they have choices for what you want to buff. But you can use this one as well when you switch to the Daring Swing, which is Daring Swing also increases your primary attack speed by 19%. I don't have this one yet, so I can't test to say or even say with 100% confidence it would work well in the build. I don't know if you actually spend faster or not. Part of me says you probably don't. So, but once I get it, I'll test it out and make an updated video if we need to. But this build again is what I am currently using and doing extremely well on in my raids, so I encourage you to test them out yourself. And it's just a quick little banger, guys. Nice little just spin a wind, get all your buffs, and then just destroy the single target, man. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. And then as soon as you are done channeling that ability, you do a ton of damage to him. It's like an explosion of damage. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. I hope to see you in a video very soon. See you later. Bye.